Welcome back, everybody, to the Blue Collar Geeks podcast. My name's Chris.
And I'm Mike.
I'm Mikey.
And I'm Matt.
This is a podcast about geek culture for the working class. We don't go too deep, just the tip. How's everybody doing this evening?
Fantastic.
2 thumbs up.
Great.
Awesome.
I'll give you a cheers.
We're going to start off the show right with one of our sponsors, which is Nam Good Brewing Company. We're going to play his commercial real fast for you.
It's actually pronounced Gamdude, but go ahead.
Dang it. It's the hardest name.
I know.
God. It's not hard to say. It's a really great name. Sorry.
Ahoy, boys. Jabby here, captain of the One-Eyed Snake. Let me tell you, it gets mighty lonely out here. Me and my boys get real antsy fighting the waves day in, day out, having the salty sea spray all over our face, neck, and chest. But let me tell you, when we get a little rowdy, when we feel like fighting, there's only one way to relieve our stress. That's a frothy whale's vagina. I know what you're thinking. That sounds mighty weird. But let me tell you, when you reach for Gamdude Brewing Company's Imperial Stout Whale's Vagina, it goes down so smooth you forget all your troubles. You forget the lady back home, and you just get rowdy with your boys. Remember, that's Gamdude Brewing Company's Whale's Vagina. Sponsors of the Blue Collar Geeks podcast, something I am unaware of because I have no technology to listen to podcasts. Out here as a pirate in 2015. Okay, bye.
It never gets old.
Never ever.
All right, boys, what are we drinking this evening?
I don't know, Chris, what are you drinking this evening?
Well, I started off the evening right. And if you guys hear an echo, let me know and we'll throw the headphones back in. So I got a variety pack of Anthon Berg and tiny little chocolate bottles filled with a variety of different alcohols. I had 2, and they're gross. So I'm not having any more. So I grabbed that half gallon of Fireball, and we'll just see what happens.
We'll see.
Those look horrible.
Matt, did you bring anything?
I did not.
So Matt might also be drinking Fireball.
Yes.
No, not Mike. Matt will drink Fireball.
What
I'm drinking is an Elysian Split Shot. It's an espresso and milk stout.
That looks good.
Pretty good, actually. I'm enjoying it.
I wonder what makes
Mikey?
it milk.
I don't know.
I have the rum I've had for a while, the Below Deck spiced rum from Eastside Distilling in Portland, mixed with some wild cherry Pepsi.
Very nice. Classy.
Always. Shut up,
Keeping it
Hammy.
local.
You're gay. You're gay for not being here, Hammy.
Yeah, Hammy's not here this evening. Unfortunately, he has to work late. Just something we kind of run into.
He's in chat, though.
I think he's probably just at McDonald's and he can't leave.
What the hell, Hammy?
Hammy's in the chat room, spurting out his hate speech.
But Matt's here. Finally.
Yeah.
Matt is
Matt's back.
He's alive.
Yeah.
He didn't die. We promised no one killed him.
I am still alive.
Why were you gone, Matt? Tell the folks.
Oh, God, I don't know.
What lies did you make up to not be here, Matt?
I got sick last week, so I didn't make it. And
What about the 6 weeks before that?
yeah, sick. I'm going with sick.
Damn.
He gets sick every
You have,
Wednesday.
like, cancer?
It's a reoccurring Wednesday thing.
We joking about cancer already? We're like 5 minutes into the podcast.
No, I also have a family and a kid, and yeah, sometimes they have to go.
We need to talk about your priorities, sir. All right, guys. What have we been playing this week? We'll start off with Mike.
Really, the only Mortal Kombat is what I've been playing. Hammy did come over and we played some Dice Masters. A lot of it. Pretty awesome. I'm glad because now we have, like, you know, I have a team set up that I really like. So I'm going to try and take Chris out with that team.
Nope.
Yeah, we'll see. And I also decided, even though I'm way behind the 8 ball on this one, I decided to start watching Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm enjoying that so far.
Nice.
We have to get down on a Dice Masters tournament.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
We have enough for like 50 people to play at one time.
Hey, Mikey, you should... Oh, never mind.
What?
It's not cool, man. I know. I'm up here.
I was going to invite Mikey, only one problem. He lives in Portland.
Yeah, screw all you.
And Hammy wanted to chime in from the chat room, and he says, "Fuck you. I'm in the work truck. Eat a bag of dicks." Thanks, Hammy. We love you.
You're our favorite.
All right, I've been playing Mortal Kombat, which is super fun. I thoroughly enjoy it. I like kimchi the best, and I can take it. Is it kimchi?
Kenshi.
Oh, okay, not the fermented cabbage. The guy who's blind with the samurai sword. Ken Shi. He should not be a Ken. He's never mind.
Kimchi. Yeah.
But I've also been playing Battlefield Hardline. I'm not getting better at this game.
Surprise.
I mean, it is it is so fucking fast and hard. It's like trying to, fight on an anthill. There's so many guys. So I've been playing that, trying to get better at it, upgrading my guns. It's not helping. And if you guys want to go to YouTube and see how well I do play, there's a clip on there called
Had a bad game.
Had a bad game. I should know that. I made it. All right, Mikey, what have you been playing?
All I really got into this week was Mortal Kombat. That is about it. My week was super boring and filled with work and other fun things. So
Me and Hammy did end up finishing that storyline, finally.
Sweet. As far as shows go, I caught up with all my shows. So Flash, Arrow, Gotham, blah, blah, blah. The other, 9 I watch. But those are the geeky ones.
Oh, I do have something to add. Me and Mike played disc golf quite a bit.
We did.
Yeah. And we're getting better at it.
Yeah.
And our games are getting closer and closer now. I mean, it's almost to the point where our fucking drives are landing right on top of each other.
Yeah.
Nice.
So our discs are gay. But, yeah, it's been really fun. I'm thoroughly enjoying disc golf. I won't describe that for the people who are listening in. All right, Matt. Matt has the best variety of games he's been playing. What have you been playing?
All 2 of them.
Yeah. Still good variety.
I guess there's 3. I've been playing Bloodbourne, which is absolutely amazing. It's extremely dark and gothic and just right up my alley. Just very Lovecraftian in a way. All the enemies and everything straight out of a horror movie. And I've been playing Dark Souls 2 because I was so enthralled with Bloodborne that I had to go out and get Dark Souls 2 to have some Dark Souls on my Xbox.
Nice.
And it's a lot harder than Bloodborne, but it's a lot of fun too. And then I've been playing Monster Hunter, which is another hard game, but equally as satisfying and fun.
Awesome.
So yeah, a lot of variety, I guess.
So are you surprised by we haven't had you on to talk about Monster Hunter yet?
Oh,
I don't think. I know. But I wanted you, if you can, expand on the fact that it's a 3DS game, but as big and expansive as it is, and how long of a game it is. I mean, how much are they putting into that package?
Well, it's got a lot of content if you're willing to work for it. But it's not like big as in scope in a way. I mean, you do travel all over the world and go to different villages, but it's not really an open world game. It's really segmented. And I mean, the loading screens between sections are, almost non-existent. I mean, they're just like 1-2 seconds tops, but there's loading screens between each section, and it's definitely not an open game, but the amount of content is hundreds upon hundreds of hours.
It's pretty open. I mean, I've dabbled in it, not nearly as much as Matt, but like what he's saying, it is segmented out. Like there's only a certain amount of monsters in this area, but you can travel that area to the full extent. Like there's no
there's
like
lots
you have
of
to go
other areas. It's,
right.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's open to an extent, not as much as I would think, or as much as I thought before going into the series, because this is the first game in the series that I played. I'm pretty new to it, although I put tons of hours into this game. So I'm really enjoying it.
For me, coming into this game, like, without having a bunch of 3DS background, the world's huge, if you ask me. But again, Matt's played 3DS games and all that kind of stuff a lot more than I, so...
Well, definitely for a 3DS game. And the amount of monsters, and the further you get into the game, the more it opens up, and it's actually huge. I mean, the scope of it it's the best Monster Hunter yet. And granted, I don't have a whole lot to go off of because I'm new to the series, but from everything I've heard, I've gotten really kind of interested in the series. So I've looked back at the older games, and it's easily the best one with the most like new mechanics that work, I guess. They basically didn't try to fix what wasn't broken. They just expanded upon what worked, and it's just made the greatest game ever, basically.
Very nice. What about, yeah, I guess you kind of touched on everything there then. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you could add to Bloodborne? For those of us that might be on the edge of possibly buying it.
It's amazing. Get a PS4. Easily amazing. It's so fun. It's like a Dark Souls game. It's difficult. I mean, it's really difficult, but it's got the accessibility unlike Dark Souls, where if like you get attacked, you lose life, you have a certain amount of time to attack that same person or even a different enemy of any kind, and you gain a certain amount of life back. So it's extremely offensive as opposed to defensive, and it just makes it like a whole new game. And the enemies, the whole style, it's like this Gothic Victorian style. It looks like the greatest like Castlevania game you've ever even seen. It's just, yeah, it's amazing.
That's cool. So if you were to rate both these games inches deep for Bloodborne and Monster Hunter.
Okay, yeah, I'm not far enough in Dark Souls to really even give that a rating. Bloodborne, wait, how many inches are we going? Because I always forget that. 10 inches, okay. I'm going to say Bloodborne. God, I'm not finished with it yet, so it's kind of still up for debate. But I'm going to go with a 9 inches deep for Bloodborne, and then an absolute 10 for Monster Hunter. No question about it. It's one of the best games I've ever played. It's on a little handheld. I mean, you can take it anywhere with you, and it's a game that I'll probably play forever. I'll probably never beat it, just because I'm not that good at it.
You don't poop enough?
Well, yeah, and I play it on the John a lot.
Speaking of things we do on the John, let's talk about things that we read this week. I think I'm the only one that read, probably Hammy, but he's not here, but he is watching. He can suck it. So I'll go into what I read. I went to Comic-Con and I bought all 4 issues of the all-new X-Men trade paperbacks, and I read through the first 3. I absolutely love this. This is by, oh my gosh, is it Brian Michael Bendis?
That's probably who it is. I don't know.
Yeah. Bendis is a writer, and it's funny. It is.
He did like the Civil War.
Yes.
You know.
Yep. And this is right after the AVX event, the Avengers vs. X-Men, where we talked about it before, where the Dark Phoenix is going to get into this little girl named Hope, and it's the battle between what Avengers wants to do and what X-Men wants to do.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's the premise of the entire thing. Okay. And we're talking years in the past. But as everybody knows, Cyclops is he's kind of a bad guy right now. So at the very beginning of this story, what launches the story is that Beast is about to die. because if anybody knows anything about Beast, he's constantly mutating, and he doesn't think his heart can handle this next mutation. So he says, fuck it. I'm going to go back in time, grab the original X-Men when they were still teenagers, like Beast is 12 years old. I think Jean Grey is like 13 or 14. But they grab that team, bring them to the current time so that they can talk some sense into Cyclops because he's starting a mutant revolution. So that's the premise of it, and what happens after that is incredible. It's hilarious. Iceman, who just Marvel just announced that he's actually one of the first gay characters. I think they have another one too.
Wait, Iceman's gay?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It just happened.
What the hell?
It happened in this last week.
Wasn't he like involved in?
Yeah, he's dating Kitty Pryde. Doesn't make sense, but that's fine. I mean, good on them. Really, just expanding their base and making it opening it up to everyone. Oh yeah,
wrong with that. It just didn't make sense considering his past.
Right. Given the comics I'm reading right now, he's in a relationship, but Iceman is absolutely hilarious. In this comic, and then there's some definite like what the fuck is going on moments. He leaves you on cliffhangers. I highly recommend picking this up. The only issue that I have with these comics is that between volume 3 and volume 4 they leave out 2 issues. So you leave volume 3 and go right into volume 4, you have no fucking clue what's going on. You have to pick up Uncanny X-Men volume 3 to find out. That is retarded. When I buy a trade paperback of a series of comics, I want it to be congruent. I want it to flow from one to the next so that I don't have to go fish around and try to find, part of the story. And I also picked up Marvel Unlimited. I said, fuck it. I want to read all the old Star Wars. It's only $10 a month. So I'm going to dive in and read some really cool storylines and then be able to pass on to you guys some possible trade paperback recommendations, things that you guys can read. So I'm excited about really digging into that. I do not have an iPad, so I started watching on my phone. I have a 6 Plus, and it is big enough to where if you read it via smart panels, it's perfect. It's kind of like going scene for scene from a movie. Matt is sitting next to me going, blasphemy, motherfucker. Yes, I want the tactile paper in my hand, but I have thousands of comics that I can read now that I wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. So I'm really excited about that.
Just as long as you don't pirate it, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I've never done that ever. I'm not a pirate. I play one on TV.
He would never do that. That's
you hear that Gamdid commercial? You're a fucking pirate.
Arr.
So no one else read anything?
I don't think so. Mike is supposed to read Chew. I'm just throwing that out there so you have it read next time.
I still have Peter Panzerfaust to finish. Chris wants me to read Chew. He wants me to finish Avengers vs. X-Men so I can start the all-new X-Men. I still have Lock and Key. I'm just like, fuck.
Oh, no. I have so many great things to read. Oh, what problems
I'm supposed to
have?
To be active, too, so it's fucking hard.
All right.
Yeah.
The weather's been nice, too, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, that's true. Moving forward, we're going to do a little segment we started a couple weeks ago. Matt, you weren't here when we started this, so it's a Get to Know the Crew segment. So we come up with a question to get the viewers and listeners. Yes, this week we have 2 questions to just give them a little more insight to our personalities. So with the first question, it is if we could bring back one retro game to the next gen consoles, what would that be?
How do you
start with Matt?
I'm confused.
Throw it out at Matt. He hasn't even heard the question yet.
Now, do we mean one retro game, like one game series that's revamped, like in the vein of
just anything? If you could basically take an old game and play it on a next gen console, what would it be? If whether they redid it all or whatever, or if you just wanted to play the original, what game would you want to play?
We can come to you last, Matt. It's fine.
No, I already got it.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. It's an amazing game on Game Boy Advance, and it's easily my favorite Castlevania. Everybody loves Symphony of the Night, but Aria of Sorrow is easily my favorite. And it's got the most amazing twist at the end of it that I won't ever spoil for anybody, because it's a game worth playing, for sure.
Nice. All right, we'll stay on the same screen here and go with Chris.
Okay. I would say Contra, and I know that they've redone it. They've redone it a couple of times. I say take it from 2D, let's make it 3D and do an FPS, but with the same upgrades to your guns like you normally would do, and make them a little bit more tactile where they can jump around a little bit, give them some more mobility, maybe a third person. But I think the Contra franchise still has some legs. There's some stuff that they could do with it. I mean, I just love that game. If it has its name on it, I would just totally buy it out of nostalgia reasons. But it's still...
I absolutely agree. Battling aliens, and they were the most over-the-top, ridiculous bosses and crazy things that would happen.
Exactly. Make it ridiculous. Make it too buff... Make it like the Expendables, where you just have two ridiculous commando guys running around.
Steroided out.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. But yeah, Contra would be mine, definitely.
Mike?
I'm split on this. I would have to go with, I'm going to mention two. I know I'm supposed to pick one, but I would say I'm split in between Metroid and Mega Man. And I know Metroid has came out onto the GameCube. I don't know if have they done one for the Wii, Matt?
Yeah, it wasn't very good. It was actually
I'm talking
horrible.
If we're gonna get into next gen, I'm talking Xbox One or PS4 type graphics where they can really take advantage of the Metroid world and make it look incredible.
Man, I agree with you to an extent, but I
know you don't want to change. You don't want to change the game.
A brand new 2-dimensional Metroid that's so true to the old formula.
Oh, and if they made it really long. Because of the amount of, if they make it like a 4 gig game where it just keeps going and going, that'd be so awesome.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you completely.
Mega Man is another one that I want them to keep as a side scroller, but just give him, a little more over the top powers, maybe, and some
less
more
hard,
powerful,
less Asian hard.
Yeah. That one even more so than Metroid, I guess, in my opinion. Metroid could really pull off, with the Metroid Prime games and stuff, pull off other sorts of game styles. And that one, Mega Man has its formula, and it would definitely have to stick by its formula for it to feel like Mega Man.
But I just want that. Well, what was it on Mega? Well, Hammy knows, but they did it kind of like a. Was it either third or first person, kind of almost like open world? What was that called? Mega Man Legends?
That one was an RPG.
I can't remember what it was, but I don't want them to go to that is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would choose between Mega Man and Metroid for me.
Okay.
But give it Ori and the Blind Forest treatment to where it's just so polished.
HD graphics and just gorgeous.
That would be amazing.
It would be cool if they kind of did the same thing that Ori does, because Ori is kind of Mega Man, Metroid, Mario, where you kind of have your side scrolling, but Ori is so big, the level doesn't end. And that would be really kind of cool to see extended levels to where they have these crazy checkpoints. And I love the games that challenge you to where if you die, you go all the way back. So I miss that challenge. So I think putting those on a next gen console, it might not be a lot of people looking to play that, but I'd play the shit out of it.
There is actually don't want to get too off topic, but there is a creator of Mega Man. He actually stopped making Mega Man and went on to do his own game. It was a Kickstarter project. It started out and it just blew their budget out of the water basically for Kickstarter. And the game's called Mighty Number 9, and it's actually made by the original creator of Mega Man, and it's all in HD graphics. It should be coming out in the next year or so. I'm not sure exactly when, but
I remember reading an article about that. I don't know anything about it, but I do remember seeing that.
it's something to look towards. I don't know if, it'll probably be different than Mega Man for sure, but it's interesting that it's from the same guy.
Mikey?
Mine's actually been talked about. They want to bring it back. I would want to see Final Fantasy VII redone.
Yeah, redone. They're bringing it back on the PS4, but they're not even touching it.
Yeah, I'd like to see it re-upped and graphics and all that. So, because that was one of the games I probably spent the most time in when I was younger. So, I definitely would want to see that redone.
The dialogue as well, because the polygons in that game are just hard to take seriously nowadays. The dude's arms and the dialogue that's all mispronounced, and it's yeah.
Yeah, so if they did that'd be what I'd want to see come back.
Wait, is the dialogue in broken English?
Yes,
from the original. Oh,
terrible.
leave it! That's amazing.
Some of it doesn't quite make sense. Yeah.
All right, and the second part to this segment is going to be your favorite video game soundtrack.
Chris, do you want to start, or you need some time?
Nope, I got Matt's right here. Let's see if you guys can guess what this is.
With a 20-second delay.
No, you guys. What do you think?
Castlevania.
Good guess, but no. It's Bionic Commando.
Do you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Nice. Are we doing mine, or do you want to jump to somebody so I can pull this up?
Mike, do you got yours ready?
Yeah, you guys all know mine. I did this beforehand, but this is one song from the soundtrack, so...
Go ahead.
Huh?
It's Street Fighter 2.
Whose stage?
I don't know. Guile.
Nicely done.
It is awesome. Guile. That whole thing is awesome, though. I mean, even Zangief and Vega and Balrog, all their songs are freaking priceless. So I like it all.
Honda.
Honda.
All right, Mikey, do you want to do yours, or do you want me to do mine?
Go for it, man.
Super Mario World for the SNES. I absolutely love that music.
Game's amazing.
Nice.
Cover is literally
Yoshi.
Mario sitting on Yoshi.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Go ahead, Mikey.
All right.
That sounds so familiar. Oh, he told me what this was.
I did tell you what it was. That's all.
What is it, guys?
I don't know it.
Chris, you don't remember?
Chris?
Oh, I remember. Punch Out.
Yep. Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, nice. Who is the... Which stage?
Just the opening.
Just the opening?
Yeah. Opening thing.
You're a little
That's
quiet.
Awesome. Yep.
Who is?
Matt was. It's all good.
Oh,
Sorry.
because
Yep.
he's way back here.
Now,
Slouch.
I want to get into it. Why are these your favorite video game soundtracks?
Oh, nostalgia
man.
boner.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Is it takes you back to your childhood and everything, but also at the same time for me with the Street Fighter theme songs, they kind of get me pumped up and want to make me punch somebody in the face, especially Giles. So,
Especially Giles.
I mean, that was the first game that I played on SNES, and it was being introduced to the jump from NES to Super Nintendo and being like, holy fuck, because it looks so clean. Like, it had
8-bit to
rounded
16.
edges. It's like, it was amazing. And then the music was so much better than the crap that we were used to, even though that's not a good representation, but it was more clear. I mean, yeah, and you get to ride Yoshi. So.
Game's amazing. It was the first game I noticed that you could, like, right when you start out, you could either go left to a level or right to a level. You know? You could do 2 levels. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
You got an option.
Yeah, mine literally.
Exactly. I love options.
Picture sitting there with the controller in hand, waiting for that game to start out. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We already rated some stuff. I don't know, Mike, did you have a rating for Bloodbourne? Or
I haven't played it. I've just watched it.
Oh, well, never mind. I know you have a rating for the
You need to play it.
story mode of Mortal Kombat now.
Oh,
Finished.
Yeah. It's a Mortal Kombat story. It's a Mortal Kombat story. Like, you can't really expect too much from it. It's going to be fighting with cutscenes and then fighting with more cutscenes with more fighting.
And more cutscenes.
Yeah, I would give it like 6 inches deep, to be honest. Like barely
Really?
above average. Yeah, I mean, it was the story.
bad, huh?
It's fun to fight. What?
That bad, huh?
It's just fighting. I mean, like I think I had a better time picking the character who I wanted to be and battling somebody else.
Okay.
But I mean, it is a story. It does give you a storyline, so it does keep you interested in what happens, so you can know what's going to happen with, if they do come out with DLC or with the next Mortal Kombat that comes out in freaking 3 more years. But to keep on top of that storyline, so you know what's going on. That's the reason I played it. I didn't play it because I thought it was the best thing ever. But I think Mortal Kombat 9 was much, much, much more lengthy and difficult than this was. So,
How long did it take you to figure out the ending? When, it was going to happen?
like, when did I think we were coming to the end of the whole campaign?
Well, yeah, when did you figure out, what the ending basically was going to be?
The second that we ran into all of the,
I'm not sure I understand.
for lack of a better word, zombified Liu Kang and Sindel and all of them, as soon as we went right out front there,
Yeah.
I knew exactly that we were coming close to the end, and Johnny Cage was getting
Spoiler.
all tied up. So
Yeah. Matt, you would understand it if you played it, so it was a little more.
Yeah,
effective.
okay. I'm a little out of the loop here.
Yeah,
I do have the biggest problem I have with this game. The biggest problem I have with it is the fact that Liu Kang isn't a good guy. That pisses me off.
Yeah. That sucks. So, and you don't
That's
get to
weird.
fight.
Is
many
Kung Lao
people
in
as I
it?
wanted. Yeah, he's in it.
Kung Lao.
Hi.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's another thing we do.
So yeah, I just want to get your opinion on it. I kind of agree with Mike. It wasn't nearly as hard for one as the last one, and pretty basic, I think.
If you beat Shao Kahn on Mortal Kombat 9, you will shit all over Shinnok's.
Chest.
Yeah, because
The Dirty Sanchez.
not even really Shinnok, but whatever.
No, literally, because I beat it. I played a little bit the Monday night, and then Tuesday when it was released, and I beat it before the podcast last week. So, when last time it took us 6 months to beat it. So,
Yeah.
And I didn't get that much better. I will give you that. This game just was not as hard for the story. So,
But the multiplayer is good.
multiplayer is awesome. If you
Yeah.
haven't played it, the 3 of us, and then Hammy, Mike, and I also, there's a King of the Hill where you can actually all be in the same room, and then 2 of you fight, and the other person gets to watch the fight, and you kind of rotate.
That sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Get spectators.
Yeah,
Well, the
It's
cool thing
amazing.
is you You can communicate at the same time, so you can shit talk while the other two are fighting and completely distract them and piss them off. So great.
Or you can just turn your TV up really loud so there's a lot of fucking echoing going on. Chris.
Is that right now?
No, I'm talking about when we were playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You're just pissed off because my wife was kicking your guys' ass.
Ooh.
She was shin kicking the fuck out of Hammy. That's all that she was doing.
Yeah. I am on like a 7-game win streak, so I'm happy with that. All right. Coming soon. Yay.
Jinx.
Popular Wars. This was a game Hammy, Mike, and I played way too much of on the 360. And
yeah, it's just a real basic multiplayer hack and slash type game. It's fun to be mindless every now and then, so you can just go in and hammer some buttons together and actually have an objective to like take down a tower. And it is cool because you're not just completely mindless. You actually have to go to one mission and defeat it. But you know, playing against other people is pretty fun. It's difficult. It's not easy. So,
yeah.
But we spent too much money on that game.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, if you want something fun, you said it's free. It's going to be free.
Yeah, it should be free.
Yeah, so free game, good mindless hours of fun. So, better with friends. I will give it that. It's much better with friends.
Yes.
But,
is that like a game with gold? What is it?
No, it's going to be coming out. Like, it was on the 360, and they just pushed it up to the Xbox One. They just ported it.
So it's only free if you owned it before?
No, it'll be free.
Free for everyone. They just brought it up from the 360.
Yeah, we spent money to get weapons and crap, which was not smart, but...
I think Hammy probably spent the most.
Probably.
Most likely. Let's talk shit on him because he's not here. That's about all the games that are coming out. Movie, Avengers Age of Ultron, May 1st.
Which is 9 days.
I'm so excited.
Is that what your wristwatch told you?
Yeah, my 49er band here.
Like, why is he staring at his arm?
You like shave and you have like so many hairs, you just pull hair each day.
What I do.
4 hairs.
I'm like that.
4 days.
Are you guys excited? Or
yeah, I'm excited, especially now that I've gotten into the comic world and I've read a little bit of AVX and I kind of know who people are more. Like going into this is going to get a lot of people pissed off at me. Going into Avengers, I didn't know what the fuck Loki or who Loki was. Like, I knew that he was a character, but I didn't know what the fuck he was so big and bad about. Like, it was just like, oh, cool, Loki, awesome. And just understanding more of their backstory and everything, yeah, I'm really excited for it.
I'm super pumped. I mean, Marvel has not failed yet. I even enjoy both the Thor movies. I thought they were great.
It kind of feels like forever since we've had a movie. Like, what was the last one? Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
It seems like it's been a while.
Was it Cap 2 or was it Guardians?
I think Guardians is the last. And it seems like it's been a little while. I mean...
Yeah, but this, I mean, I can imagine the scope of this movie with all the different characters, the amount of CG that's going to be needed for this movie, especially because Ultron and his minions, it's all going to be computer-based.
The Vision looks awesome.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. And Spider-Man is making a cameo at the end of the movie. At the end of the credits.
Nice.
So you're saying I have to stay till the credits are over?
I know, and it's a 3-hour movie, so you're going to be there a while.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for it, though. It should be good. I'm probably going to have to go by myself, though. Sad day. No one will come.
You can always come here.
That's so much work.
Game release
you're
countdown?
still skinny.
Do we have anything coming out?
Same stuff that's been on the horizon, you know. So Witcher, Batman in the far future.
Batman got pushed back a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, I got pushed back to the 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Halo 5's way out there, you know. same old, basically what we've had going on for the countdowns. So, nothing new that we want to talk about. Deals of this week/weekend. Mike?
NBA 2K 15. That's going to be, if you want to buy it, it's 39, or, well, I'm dyslexic. It's $38.99. I put down $39.88. Call of Duty Ghosts, the digital hardened edition, they dropped that from $100 down to $59.99. And Never Alone, which I believe was on there last week, for $8.99, and We Are Doomed also for $8.99.
Nice.
Matt, you got anything for PS4? Or PS anything?
No.
Damn
I mean, I'm sure there are. I just haven't looked at it.
it's your one job!
Oh, the free games? I guess. Oh, no. I don't even know.
All right, boys, before we get into the fun news, we're going to have another commercial from one of our wonderful sponsors. Oh, no. I don't know where it is. Oh, come on. Come on.
Oh,
I totally got it. It's right here.
freaking
We're good.
nice.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Are you a fan of tabletop gaming or role-playing games? If so, then join us on How We Roll. How We Roll is a live internet show where a team of gamers bring their tabletop to your desktop. Watch graphically rich role-playing adventures brought to life for your entertainment. You can join the adventure at twitch.tv/howweroll or view past episodes on youtube.com/howweroll. You can also get all the latest news by following us on Twitter or visit our website at www.howweroll.com.
Fun news.
I'm going to kind of put you on the spot really quick, Chris. Have you watched the new campaign at all for How We Roll?
No. I haven't been home to watch it. Oh, Mikey did.
I watched episode 1. Started
Very
off
nice.
with
How
a
was it?
bang.
Yes, it did.
It was awesome. this time.
I won't give it away. I'm
Unfortunately,
going to make you watch it, Chris.
yeah, Jane wasn't there, so it kind of sucked. She was sick, but it was still cool.
It's funny to watch those two, the dynamic, because they're so not used to working together, and they're sisters now.
Yep.
So,
Now, are they still in a fantasy world, like very similar to the previous campaign, or has he changed up the story in such a way that it's almost a different reality or universe? Or, do you know what I'm saying?
different world. 100% different world. Like I said, what Radovan used to be, Shagget, he's a witch hunter. So you
Nice.
can kind of see the difference in, like as compared to like he was like a big giant knight. Now he's a witch hunter. So the worlds are polar opposites. It's really cool.
Cody was
And for
saying
those of you, go ahead.
it's
Sorry.
set in the same world, but a bit later. And if I remember
Gotcha.
right, it's on like the opposite side of the world from where the last one took place. So
And for those of you listening in that might not be familiar with How Reroll, it's some acquaintances of ours and friends of ours that do a D&D show on Twitch. What is it, Mondays and Thursdays?
Monday,
With a,
Tuesday, and Thursday. Tuesday is their
Yep.
recap show.
Yep.
Yep.
And go ahead. Oh, a lot of you might be thinking, "Oh, it's D&D. Why would I watch that?" It is brilliant. Gorbat is one of the best dungeon masters that you'll ever see. They morphed the rules in such a way that it's more towards it works for TV. It's not necessarily so strict, and they're not going over every minute detail. They keep it entertaining. The campaigns are I mean, they're great. They leave you on cliffhangers. They work well with each other. The dynamic between the three that are going through the campaign is phenomenal. So give them a look up and a shout out for us. And that's How We Roll, or it's twitch.tv/How We Roll. Yep.
I need to check this out.
You do. It's awesome.
Yeah, Quee says it's 6 months after the last campaign and farther south.
Yeah. I was going to ask, too, did you see... I'm pretty sure Gorbad is doing some one-off D&D type situations with some other peoples. Did you see that, Mike?
No.
I might be in left field, but I think that's what I saw. So.
What?
I know that he's supposed to be coming up here to do that exact thing for us.
Yep.
I need to know when that is.
So when
we'll come down for that.
Hopefully it's probably going to be in November, but Gorbad is going to be kind enough, if he wants to, because he is vacationing with his daughter, to do a sit down with the BCG crew and run us through a campaign, a one-night campaign, which will be streamed on the How We Roll network, which would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Super fun. Leroy Jenkins. All right, we're on to the news.
Cody said,
oh, go ahead, Mikey.
Cody was just saying he's going to be streaming on his channel soon for St. Jude's, is what it is.
That's what Gorbad's doing.
Yeah. So the news, finally. We're getting there. I promise.
Who saw the Star Wars Battlefront trailer?
Long-awaited Star Wars Battlefront trailer.
It is so beautiful.
It's amazing. And the fact that it's gameplay engine footage is kind of what's baffling, at least to me. How pretty it is. Go ahead.
When we first watched it, when both Mike and I were at work, and we counted down the minute till it was released at 10:30, and then we both pulled up our phones and started watching the trailer. And then we're like, well, what the fuck, man? They're supposed to show us actual gameplay, and we were so pissed. And then it was a couple of days later, we looked it up, and it's like, no, that's the game engine. They just happened to do, they would use the character models to do a theatric trailer with it, but the actual environments that we're seeing was accurate to the game. It was PC based, so when you look at it, the graphics are jacked all the way up. But the director of, oh god, I'm gonna forget. He said it is not far off from what it is to Xbox One and PS4. I am so blown away. This is totally next gen. They are knocking this out of the park, and this is what we wanted.
Yeah, we can talk more about the trailer. For one, it's supposed to come out on November 17th, and with us having EA access, we're going to have 5 days early access to it. We'll be the first to play it on Xbox, which will be great. Now, they also, if you played previous Battlefronts, you could be heroes if you got, a certain score, you did so well. And they're bringing that back into this game to where you can be Darth Vader, Boba Fett, and they didn't say who, but a Jedi. So your initial thoughts are going to be Yoda or Luke. So those would be your two things. And the thing about that is, yes, they're going to be OP, but they're like big giant targets. Not that they're bigger in size or anything, but everyone's going to try and kill them right out the gate because, well, they're freaking powerful as hell. So yes, you can.
And they
just
only
destroy
allow
people.
one per side at a time.
Yeah, one per side. So, I mean, you could potentially have the crazy-ass battle between Darth Vader and, if it is Luke Skywalker, right in front of you. So, that would be freaking cool. The Millennium Falcon's going to be in there. There will be A-Wings, X-Wings, Y-Wings, all the ships. There's going to be freaking everything, and they're going to have... what would you call it? In atmosphere battles or planetary battles? That's
no space battles.
No space battles.
Honestly, it's fine. I mean, they can make that game. They could do a Rogue Squadron and make that game for us, and then keep Battlefront amazing.
You could still have dogfights and stuff on on land, like on Tatooine or something. You know, it'd be really cool, even without the space.
Oh, yeah.
But this game is going to be awesome. They, of course, the AT-ATs made an appearance. The AT-STs made an appearance in the trailer. Yeah, you have just a whole bunch of stuff that looked amazing, and you just want to jump into it like right now. Now it's going to be the most anticipated game for the longest amount of time for this entire year.
And one of the coolest things about this game is they made it true to the movies, is really what they wanted to do, have that be their inspiration. So let's say they fire off one of their phasers, or I'm saying phasers like Star Trek, essentially one of the lasers, and instead of it, let's say, catching something on fire or blowing off chunks and stuff, they're actually doing movie effects with it to where it just hits something and then you see a spark and then it smolders with smoke, kind of like the original movies. That was the special effects that they had. So awesome. They're making it so true to it. But if you haven't seen the trailer, I highly recommend watching it and just look at the environments, the creeks and stuff that they're running to, the water that bounces up, just the reflections and the shadows alone within like the redwoods is so picturesque. I'm just like, we're all just going to be wandering around shooting no one and just looking at like the old Ewok forts and stuff like that. It's going to be amazing. Like the snow, I cannot believe that they're capable of doing that. That is like nothing I've ever seen before. I mean, Uncharted gets close with like their sand effects and stuff, but I don't know. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. It actually looks and feels like Star Wars.
Yeah, this game is going to blow everyone out of the water. I don't see it failing at all. That's a lot of pressure. But you know what? Yeah. I think that game's going to be great. And I'm excited.
You think they're going to do a beta?
Yeah, I do. I do think they'll do a beta. I think it'll be a closed beta. I don't think they will do an open beta. But to counter that, with Battlefield Hardline, they did an open beta. So, you never know.
We'll see. Destiny, you can now exchange materials.
Such as, like, your, what you would call it, impact shards, impact shards.
Radiant.
You got any slams? I need some slams.
Yeah. All your shards and energy, you can actually, yeah, Ascendant shards is what I was going for. You can all exchange that now. It does cost, like, a little bit of glimmer to do it, but it's about fucking time that they allow you to actually trade shit with somebody. They need to open that up to everything now that this game has been out forever.
Yeah.
I think that they need to just open the doors. I can understand why they didn't at first, because they didn't want everyone just freaking getting OP as hell and burning through everything, which they ended up doing anyway. But it is cool that they finally opened this up. Is it something to pull me back to that game? Hell no. No way.
What about the DLC coming out?
Nope.
With no raid, I'm pissed off, so hell no. It bums me out super bad, because this was one of the games that, like, I knew about this game 2 years before it came out, and I was just waiting for it to come out and just reading about it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And then how redundant that ended up being. You know, oh well, now you got to do this one, but it's on hard. But all the enemies are in the same exact spot, sure. And all the bosses are exactly the same. And we added some DLC where now you can play 3 new levels and do those 3 levels all over again. And it's like, okay, you're killing me. But, I mean, and I've said this before, I don't like how redundant it is, but as far as it being a first-person shooter, it's tight. It's a great first-person shooter. It's super, super solid at being that.
So what do you think? Do you think Destiny's dead?
It's on its way. It's going to have to definitely kick something up.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris, this is kind of something that I'm looking forward for you, because I don't think you actually played this. Next month in the Halo Master Chief Collection, ODST will be coming. So that's going to be part of the patch. Yeah.
Sweet.
be remastered, and you didn't play that storyline, so I really want to kind of walk through that with you and see what your thoughts are on that. And just a little factoid.
Yeah, let's do co-op.
When Halo ODST came out, there's actually a little I don't know what you would call it, but like a pillar that on the pillar in one of these levels, if you go and look at it, it actually has a little ad for Destiny on it. And it was before they came out with any of the actual artwork that they have now. But it was in progress when ODST was released. So they had all that time to friggin' work on this game. And it lasted 2 or 3 months in my hands, and I'm over it.
Dang.
Game.
Next.
I thought it looked really interesting. I thought that it was cool being like taking control of a grunt rather than being like some overpowered Master Chief all the time.
Yeah, I mean that is true, but it's so easy to get to that Master Chief feel. It takes no time. So iHeartRadio will be free on Xbox. That's just something that you can stream. The reason I put that on there is because you can have music now. So
like Pandora.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh wait, no, that's actual live radio channels, isn't it?
Yep.
That's pretty
No. Maybe.
Yeah, because
Maybe it
Rush
is.
Limbaugh's on there.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't
You're
listen
right.
to Rush Limbaugh. I just know that he advertises to be on iHeartRadio. Propaganda.
Well, with that.
All right.
Batman vs Superman trailer.
I want to know your guys' opinion on this.
Mikey, you go first, because I think you're the only opposing view of this.
As far as
What me and Chris think.
that it's too dark? Or
Yeah.
Oh.
It's too brooding. There's so much brooding.
It came out, and the new Star Wars trailer also came out, and that just overshadowed this for me. I didn't really even care about the Batman vs Superman trailer. I was like, saw it, cool, whatever. We'll see. It doesn't come out for like another year plus, so.
My thoughts on it are I put a razor to my wrist after watching it. The thing is, like, here's the bad part about this. I don't like Ben Affleck as being Batman, but in this trailer, he didn't look that bad as Batman. Like he looked like a solid character, but then again, he didn't talk. So I don't know how he's going to sound.
He doesn't have to. He just puts his head down and looks angry.
Yeah, well, if he does that the entire movie, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, it was just super, super dark. Like, is he a hero or is he a villain? Should you kill him or should you keep him alive? Like, I know the storyline. You don't need to pound it into my skull and have like a whole bunch. I'm pretty sure there was no scenes with a light on. None.
Yeah.
So literally dark, huh?
Both.
Literally dark. The lightest it got outside was dawn. That was it.
They only fight at night.
Hear bushes rustling.
My take on it was that when you have Superman in a comic and you want to be true to it, it's light out. He brings hope. It can be more upbeat. I do understand the premise for this movie. It follows right after Man of Steel, that he pretty much destroyed the fucking city and Batman's mad at him. That's fine. But the way that the trailer's set up is just like this question. And I'm like, hey, everyone knows who the fuck Superman is, so you don't need to, plug the whole, is he a bad guy? No, probably not. I think we're good. I don't need to see it. But they need to take some plays out of the Marvel playbook. Like, they should have made this more... Give it an Avengers feel. You might have to, if you're going to do a Man of Steel and Batman movie, Batman's going to have to come out in the daylight, and that's just going to be the way it is. And his standalone movies should be dark, should be brooding, should be Gotham, it should be fucked up and mobsters and horrible villains and things like that. But when he's going up against Superman, I would rather be more in Superman's element than it would be Batman's, because Superman doesn't fit in the Gotham element, the dark, brooding stuff. He's in the daylight, and he's
got bright colors. His suit, yeah,
exactly, flying around Metropolis. And,
it's almost as if they flipped this whole thing because they're making it out to seem like, Superman's the bad guy, is he, good or bad or whatever. When honestly, in every movie they've done so far, that's been the conflict with Batman. Is he really good? Is he really bad? It's like they took him and just put that facts on Superman.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, because Superman destroys the shit out of Gotham. So.
Right. Well, and it's really weird. I happen to like Ben Affleck as Batman. If you've seen even the clips or the pictures of him as Bruce Wayne in the suit and stuff like that, it fits. It does. I like him as an actor. A lot of people hate him because of Jersey Girl and the
but you gotta look past that.
Yeah,
like he's
Daredevil.
Good
I like that movie. I don't crucify me. I like that movie. They just put too much. They put Bullseye. They put Elektra. They put Kingpin, and there was too much going on to fit 2 hours in a Daredevil movie.
I think in going back to Superman versus Batman, they almost take it too seriously when it's a Superman and Batman like collaboration or crossover, what have you. And in a movie like Daredevil with Ben Affleck, I mean, both Ben Affleck movies, but one seems on one spectrum and the other one just seems completely goofy with every villain thrown into it, and they're all over the top. And it seems like for Superman versus Batman, there needs to be like a little bit of a middle ground. Like they shouldn't take themselves too seriously, but at the same time, not quite, do the whole Daredevil shtick.
Right. It could be, like the Iron Man movies where, the underlying factor in, especially Iron Man 3, he's depressed, he's an alcoholic, he's going through PTSD, but, you still have the humor, the lightheartedness where he's calling the kid a little pussy, and they're able to throw jokes on top of that, keep it entertaining. I'm thinking of all the X-Men movies, the ones that I still liked, even the two most recent ones. They were dealing with some pretty heavy topics. People are dying, the world's coming to an end, but it had that fantastic hero feel to where you're more in their world, they're not in our world. You know what I'm saying? Where you're in the Marvel universe, the Marvel characters aren't in our universe. And the problem with DC is they try to play it so close to the chest, so close to reality that you almost get lost in it. It's just, I don't know. I don't like where they're going with it. I do like Man of Steel. It was too long.
Makes me scared to think of, because they have this whole line now of movies they're gonna do. I don't know if you've seen,
Oh yeah,
Aquaman.
Well, they got
Wonder
what's his
Woman.
face doing Aquaman.
Yeah, the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
they got Wonder Woman coming. They got Green Lantern's way off, but they're supposed to be doing that. They got all these movies lined up. What if they get this
bring
one
Ryan
wrong?
Reynolds back as Green Lantern.
They
He's
do.
doing Deadpool. He can stay with Deadpool.
They need to use their creative director who's in charge of the Warner Brothers animation. If you've ever seen the DC animated films, they are amazing. There's some of them are, I would say, in my top 10 movies. They're phenomenal. They're very gritty. They're not for kids. They're excellent movies. And if they just translated that directly over to film, it would be great. But I don't know what it is with DC making movies. I mean, the Batman series, the trilogy that was, recent in the last 10 years.
Nolan.
Yeah. The first one was great, but then they slowly started tapering off to where it's just like, Batman would never do that. This shit would never happen. And they just lose sight But Marvel is able to do all of these movies. They're all great, and they all tie into each other. You can have your standalone Thor movie. He can be in Avengers, be just as great. Same with Iron Man. I mean, the Cap movies were phenomenal. Mike, you have to see the fucking Captain America movies.
You haven't seen
Even
either
if
of
they
them?
don't tie so closely. Like the X-Men movies, like the old trilogy and the new trilogy.
They've learned.
Ruby said Ant-Man for the win. I know Chris, you're not a fan of Ant-Man.
Well, Josh Whedon said it was one of the best scripts he's ever received. So if he says that, fuck it, it's going to be amazing. Or best script that he's ever seen. I don't think he's directing it. But it should be awesome.
Nice. Alright, finally moving forward. Marvel Secret Wars. I don't know who wrote this one.
I got it. Real
Yes.
quick. I will not belabor this.
Can you
point.
talk about convergence on Marvel's side, please?
Yeah. So we talked about DC doing a reboot again about convergence, taking all the multi-universes, bringing them together, blah, blah, blah. And we also talked about Marvel rumoring that they're going to reboot their comics. So what it turns out is they're also doing all of their multiple universes battling up towards each other. It's actually called Battle World. Fucking retarded. And then they are going to combine all the universes into one. And then they're going to launch their characters from there. Exact same thing DC did, which it could be great, but I don't think Marvel has the type of characters that lend to that very well. They have their own fucking... There's so many universes, it's stupid. But they said it's going to go from universes to regions. So you're going to have some characters in this region, some characters in this region. I don't get it. But
I don't like that.
yeah, so pick up the single issues called Secret Wars, and you'll be able to... They said that anybody can jump on at that point, and that it's not going to be convoluted. It's going to be a new story.
It's really convoluted.
It really sounds complicated.
I'm a big comic guy, and it sounds convoluted as fuck to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't recommend it. I'd wait and see and maybe pick up the trade. But after it happens would be a good launching point for any of the characters that you've been waiting to get on. It's just too hard and complicated right now. Find your favorite character, wait till this is over, and then jump on.
I say just grab a trade that's from like 2000 or even 1990.
Yeah.
Mike, Gears of War cinematic director leaves Epic and joins Black Tusk. I'm sure this was you.
Oh, absolutely. This was me. This is a small win, not a giant win for Gears of War fans. But a win is a win. So you're going to have the guy who basically helped out with, the cinematic director. It speaks for itself. He helped with the cutscenes and making everything pretty and doing all that kind of stuff and helped with storytelling. And he's moved on from Epic to join Black Tusk, who now owns the rights to Gears of War. The one thing I will say is Gears of War Judgment was the first game that Black Tusk made, and it was terrible. So the more people they draw from Epic over to the Black Tusk side is going to be more beneficial for that game in general. This also makes me believe that Gears of War 4 or a collection of some sort will be seen at E3 because they're working on it. That's just what it is. They've got to be working on it by now. So that is super important. I'm really excited about that. I want to see more people move from Epic over to Black Tusk, though.
Very nice. Yeah. We'll see how their next game is going to be.
They did Judgment.
Yeah.
So, will the cinematic director be enough?
No.
I mean, they had to have learned from the way that game was perceived by the fans after they had the first 3 games, and the way that Judgment played out, it wasn't good. So I think that they will go, okay. Huh?
It doesn't sound like the cinematic director moving over to Black Tusk is going to do that much if the game didn't play well.
Yeah, it's not going to do much
Considering
gameplay.
Yeah. It'll keep it looking like Gears of War.
If you have one person who moves into that direction, you normally can pull some other people. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Definitely.
I also wanted to know, Quee in the chat room sent Mike and Hammy both friend requests on Xbox.
I added them.
Where's my love, Quee? Huh? I can say your name right.
For now. A few more shots he won't. Yeah, drink up.
Ruby said she thinks you need a bigger bottle.
That wasn't enough.
Story DLC could be coming to Mortal Kombat 10.
Hey! So more Mortal Kombat story that's somewhat mediocre.
That's a 6 out of 10 inches deep.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to have more story as long as it's not like scrapping it together, not like reaching for stuff. Like I'm always down
On a
for more
Freddy
story.
Jason stage.
There's not gonna be Freddy vs. Jason in this though.
But that's okay. I just want the stage. I just want the campground with the campers in the tent, and I want to be able to beat Scorpion to death with the campers.
Alright.
With the banging silhouettes in the tents.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, NBA 2K15 is going to be free this weekend to gold members. Mike, I haven't played this. Is it good?
2K15 is a solid game. I was deterred by this because of my experience with 2K14. Me, Mikey, and Hammy always do like a franchise, and we play together as a team. And 14 would crash. It would do all this shit that was so annoying. It wouldn't save. It was fucking terrible. So I stayed away from 2K15. But with it being free, it's worth giving it a shot. So I'll probably download it so that I can try it out. Because if it's a good game, I've loved every one of those games up until 2K14. So we'll see what happens.
Grace, you're echoey again.
Damn it. I'll take care of that. Microsoft will show off new exclusive IP at E3. So you guys don't think that this is the ukulele project?
No, I think that's, well, I mean, it could be, but I don't think that Phil would get out there and, make this big statement on something that's already been said. What has been said is it's not going to be a Space Marine shooter or a racing game. So we're not going to have to worry about a Halo lookalike or a Forza lookalike. So I'm hoping it's on the action-adventure side of things.
Yeah.
So that we can get, the Xbox can get something, hopefully, to compare to, like, a Uncharted. Because
Tomb Raider, man.
As much as they say Tomb Raider is going to be that, it's not. It's not going to be that. Not saying Tomb Raider's a bad game, but it's not Uncharted. They need to take a step in the direction to where, Xbox can have that. Because they have their third-person shooter, they have their first-person shooters, and yeah, it just needs to happen. So that's what direction I hope they go with it.
Perfect. Madden 16 release date, August 25th. All right, you football nerds. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Is it going to be totally different than any other Madden that's ever come out ever?
We'll have a roster update.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, that's something.
And will be different. Just very, very
fans will pick their nose and
subtly.
It'd be cool if like the Raiders fans would like stab people in the audience.
Just talking about in real life or in the game? Because it happens in real life.
Yeah, I mean, they always come out with something a little bit different to each game. It's one you don't really need to change, though. So just, little graphics update, whatever maybe.
I wouldn't say you don't need to change it. I mean, you need to change it to keep it fresh, but
just re-release.
You have to add more animations to it. I mean, like, we're getting to the point.
It's the same one from before. They won't know.
You can tell. You can tell. Honestly, if you play Madden's, the gameplay speed changes every year, so you're able to feel it.
There's one guy in the basement, like the guy from Office Space. His whole job is to revamp.
We're gonna move your desk down to the basement.
We're gonna.
Chris is just mad because you
It's
can't be
bad
into
for
the
us.
game even if they release it for 19 years straight.
Yeah. But speaking of Madden, since we're on the topic of football, I have to throw out there that the draft is next Thursday, and I cannot wait.
Who's the first pick, Mike?
Jameis Winston, unfortunately.
That's what I was gonna pick.
For sure.
Stupid.
Who do you have going number 2?
Jeff Hamstring.
If hamstring? I think he was riddled with injuries. I'm not sure.
Damn it.
Hamstring.
Is he a distant cousin of Leon Sandcastle?
Jerry Rice Cake?
Yeah. This should be awesome. Next week, Mike, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask for your top 10 picks in order.
All right, I'll be ready.
So,
I think you're going to see a huge splash at number 2. You're going to see San Diego jump up and trade Phillip Rivers to the Tennessee Titans, and Mariota's going to go 2.
okay.
Boom.
Well, we will get Mike's official top 10 picks in the correct order, and we will judge him on it and judge him harshly.
And he has to take a shot for each one that's wrong.
All right,
Okay. I would have taken 3 shots last year, so I'm all right with that.
so,
Perfect. We have a winner, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
God,
yeah,
God,
Mike
let me talk. Just let me talk. You stop talking. You're fuzzy.
His memory's fuzzy.
Damn it.
I'm to wait and see. Say something, Chris.
Testing.
Nope. Okay. Our contest winner.
Who was it?
We did have another entry, but Kui is our contest winner with his amazing Captain America outfit, sweater, and shirt. Yes,
Awesome.
round of applause. It was awesome. So Kui, we will be getting that hat out to you as soon as Mikey makes it.
I need details.
So, Queen, if you can email us at, am I still fuzzy?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Alright. Kui, if you want to email us at bluecollargeeks@gmail.com, that would be great. Or you can just put it on Twitter again. Let me know what kind of hat you want. And I'll get that going.
Yes, we will. And if you want us to throw like your Twitter handle on there or something different, then Mikey's going to be the one we want to inform. So let us know ASAP. But yep, he's our contest winner, which we will have.
I need to send it too.
Yeah. Yep, that's it right there. It's hard to see, but that is Quee's outfit.
That's so badass.
There is that. We haven't came up with a new contest yet.
No, contest next week.
We'll start it next week. But again, congratulations to Quee. And Chris, I think it's time for us to move on to the beer audio.
Beer. Oh, good thing I just fixed it.
It's time to review the beers based on a holiday 5-pack, a super specific seasonal brew package. So we're gonna grade them 1 through 5, not 1 through 6 like a regular ass 6-pack. Why we do it this way, I don't know. You could have to talk to Mike.
As Mike finishes his beer.
Yeah, it was soulful.
It was very soulful, I agree. Pregnant pause. All right, who's going first?
People drinking beer. I can't rate Fireball again.
True.
Mike, how was your milky stout?
Again, I had an Elysian. It's called Split Shot. It's an espresso milk stout. And it tastes exactly like that. It tastes like an espresso. So, it was pretty good. Low alcohol content. I think it's like 5.7. 5.6. I personally like the ones that were like 10.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Shithouse. Yeah. Good flavor, though. I mean, it does taste very, very good. Nice aftertaste. It's a really full beer. I would give it about a 3.5 out of 5. It's just a little above average. I've definitely had much better, but still a really good beer.
Very nice.
I think that's it.
Yeah, Mikey had the rum.
I had rum.
How good's your... Nice.
Chris, read Neo Gambit's comment real quick.
The song makes me want to go knock up my sister and spit tobacco.
Why do you read like a 5-year-old?
The first time I've
Song
ever-
makes me want to go knock up my... Alright.
Did I? Yeah, I read that right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, just really chop beat like this and stuff.
That was
like,
our audio.
Could have
That was
put
our
your
audio.
fingers
Sing
on
up.
the word.
It's not me being retarded.
It's the fireball, we promise.
All right, we're on to Pixel. Are we playing this audio? Or
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! Welcome back, Matt.
Titletown Brewing Company.
Real fucking weird in here.
To get real.
4 3/4 out of 5 for Quee.
Yeah, this is fucked up.
All right, nobody talk.
Now it's time for coolest shit of the week. For his or her pleasure. What's your pleasure stick?
Alright, on to the pleasure stick of the week.
Pleasure.
I'm uncomfortable. It throws me off my game every time.
Well,
Oh,
perfect.
God.
Mike, what's your pleasure stick of the week?
My pleasure stick of the week should come as no surprise to either of you two. UFC TV. I downloaded that application and I have watched hours upon hours of UFC fights, knockouts, pretty much anything UFC that you can think of. So that is definitely my pick of the week. They have a 7-day free trial. If you're into the UFC and you have an Xbox One or whatever, you can also get it on PC, Neo. But dude, it's amazing. There's so many fights and knockouts and highlights and stuff. That is by far my pick of the week. It's awesome.
Very nice. Chris? No, Mike, it's your pleasure stick of the week, by the way.
Yeah.
Pleasure stick of the week.
Chris?
Did anybody do Daredevil yet?
Last week.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Marvel Unlimited.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
I won't go into it, but Marvel Unlimited, I'm really happy with it. Buy it. I'm trying to get people into comics. That is the easiest way to do it.
Nice. Matt, your pleasure stick of the week.
This is like the coolest shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just
The
making
coolest
sure.
shit of the coolest shit, which is now known as your pleasure stick.
Okay, my pleasure stick.
Oh, God.
It's gonna be Bloodbourne. Bloodbourne is my pleasure stick.
He's got a bloodborne pleasure stick, everyone.
Yeah, it's bloody.
Oh, God.
Well, see you later.
That's my cue. Oh, my God.
So Matt is the raper of the group,
Yep.
Hey, you have the band. You start.
not rapper. Raper.
No, you have the
Like
band.
Ant-Man.
Mikey.
Mine's gonna be Flash and Arrow because they finally came back, and so got back into watching those, and the series just keeps getting better and better for me. It's awesome. I love every kind of twist and turn they pull into it. So, Flash Arrow is my pleasure stick of the week. It's a dual end.
It's a
What do you do
double.
with that duel?
It's a
Oh,
double-ended
God.
pleasure stick.
We're gonna
Double-edged
have to change this shit. Oh, my God.
I didn't say that, but
No, but you meant it.
I did. So that's my.
We always
pleasure
wanna
stick of the
thank-
week.
We always want to thank anybody that showed up in our chat room for our Wednesday night, 7:30 Pacific time, Twitch channel stream.
that would work.
Way to butcher it.
We want to stream all over your face, neck, and chest. So please show up every week.
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah. I want to thank Quee, Neo Gambit. Oh, wow. Semaref. for showing up. Is that how you say that?
Yep.
It is now.
Cody.
Coty, Neo Gambit. I also saw.
You said Neo Gambit twice.
Yep, Ruby Hara. Was it Ruby Hara?
Ruby.
I'm bad. Why do I do this?
There's a couple more.
Dan
Admin
Slapto, screw Hammy, no one likes him.
Yeah, fuck Hammy. I mean, we
Blue
love you,
best.
Hammy, but fuck you.
Admin Russian for wanting to smoke some Pop-Tart wrappers.
Don't do that.
just,
Can't.
everyone who shows up, we always appreciate it. So,
Yep. And you
Chris, do
can
you
find us
want
on
to get us
Twitter.
out of here?
Yeah, do you want to do our contact information or just skip over that shit?
No, go over it. I'm just going to interrupt you once you start.
Perfect. You can find us at Twitter at
Chris.
BC Geeks. Son of a bitch. You can
Hey, Chris.
email us at bluecollargeeks@gmail.com. Thank you. You can. You can also look us up on Facebook. You can like us at Blue Collar Geeks Podcast. You can friend us at Blue Collar Geeks. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, just a tip.